Hi guys, this is Arabella the supervillain, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Here I will be posting edited and shortened clips from my live streams that I have on Twitch. I am a drag artist and a variety gamer, meaning I play a variety of games. It's kind of in the name there. So, in today's video, I am going to be showcasing a fan game that I played, which is a crossover between two beloved franchises, that being Monster High and Danganronpa. So, everybody get ready to watch Monsteronpa. If you like what you are seeing, do not forget to like the video, and if you would like to, go ahead and hit that subscription button so that you can get notifications for when I post. And also, if you would like to go ahead and follow me on Twitch so that you can catch me playing these games live, feel free to go to twitch.tv/Arabella the supervillain, no spaces. Now, without further ado, let's get into the game. This is so cute. So this was actually made by a content creator of the name Barbie Rompa. She is so fun. She makes a lot of cute YouTube videos. She does a lot of like theory analysis type videos on like lore. It's really cool. Love her. She is like a creative lead on this project actually. She's a huge Monster High fan, and I'm a huge Monster High fan. And so I said, hey, why not? The only thing is that this game is actually not allowed to be like related to Monster High technically. Monster High is still an active children's brand, and they don't want Monster High tagged with any clips or audios of this game because they don't want to be met with like a cease or desist or like anything like that, just because they don't want them to be attacked since it's still an active children's brand. So when I post this, I'm just gonna tag it Danganronpa, you know, or like fan game. I'm not really gonna try and tag Monster High. Hopefully we can all also do that if anybody, you know, does that. If any clips were to happen, I'm not gonna tag Monster High. Just because like out of respect for the creators' wishes. So without further ado, I say we get into this lovely little game and give it a cute little try. Okay. The first thing I would say I remember is darkness. Darkness. That was then lit with the light blue glow of burning electricity. But it didn't hurt. It was always that electricity that gave me life. Literally. Oh, she's so cute. Her little like plump red lips, the like kind of have like the Peach from Mario effect with like the shape. This is a really cute character design. I like how she interpreted it. My name is Frankie Stein, and oh boy, where do I even begin? Well, duh, the beginning. I'm gonna have so much fun doing these voices. So, my first words when I woke up were brain free. Wait, maybe not that far back. Okay, second try then. This is so cute. I love this. It was my first day at Monster High. I was only 15. That's right, 15 days old. It was a really big time for me, and I had heard so much about the school. In the short time that I had been alive, at that point, my dad told me about how revolutionary the school was. Apparently, most monsters of pedigree classes have their own school, separate from other monsters. But this school, it was different. It brought all of those monsters together. It stood as a symbol of equality, harmony, and hope. Anybody could join. And I was going to that school. To say I was sparking at the bolts would be an understatement. So that's why, when I took my first steps onto those grounds of this incredible school, I was confused as to why I felt faint. Oh, freaky fab beginnings. Ooh, pussy. Okay, prologue. You better work, girl. And when I woke up, where am I? I look around, suddenly finding myself in a library. When did I get here? I groggily stand up, taking in my surroundings. Did I pass out? Did someone bring me here? Point and click. Move the reticle of the cursor. Different points here. Okay. Oh. A piece of paper. Meet in the front hall immediately, but where is that? I take the piece of paper with me and set my chair to rights before opening the door, and when I exit the room... Oh, they all look so cute. There's just something about the designs of Gen 1 Monster High that is just top tier. There's just something about it that is just so unapologetically cunty. And I stand by that. The fun fact, Monster High was actually a very huge inspiration for me when I started drag. So this is kind of a full circle moment in my career of drag, if I'm being completely honest. Anyway. Look, she woke up. Well, it's about time. I thought she would keep us waiting forever. Oh, don't be so harsh, mate. Hardly any of us know what's going on. That's right. It's probably best we work together until we figure out what's going on. So nobody is sure what's going on? Phew, that's a relief. I thought this was some weird thing that I didn't know about yet. I don't know if you should be so happy. I sense something majorly off with this. Oh, stop being such a worrywart. I'm sure everything will make sense soon. I believe it would be best if we start by finding out who we all are. Then someone who I actually knew spoke. Yeah, that would probably be best. Oh my ghoul. You're Catty Noir. Oh, you recognize me too? Of course, you're only everywhere in Teen Screen magazine. This is so cute. I always used to love the wordplay. You're like everything I want to be. Well, thank you. It's always nice to meet a fan. I was about to burst a scene from excitement, but the sound of a chime brought me back to reality. Okay. Is this thing, like, working? Kiki, it is. Well then, to all new kids, introduce yourselves to everyone and meet up in the gym. Oh, and don't forget to check your talents on your eye coffins. The fuck? Anyway, well, we were just about to introduce each other, but what do they mean by talents? Everyone in the hall took out their eye coffins, myself included, and checked them. Ugh, no, this is bad. My phone's been completely hijacked. My photos, my music, my designs. This is taking it too far. When my daddy hears about this school will be no more than a speck of sand in the desert. Cleo, girl, shut the fuck up. I didn't really understand what all the fuss was about, but then again, I didn't have much on my eye coffin to begin with. I scroll around until I find an app labeled report cards. That seemed pretty useful sounding, so I opened it. But instead of the class schedule and grades I was expecting, what I got was a scarily accurate profile of myself with some weird title. Oh, Frankie Stein. Oh, Ultimate Seamstress. Frankie was never a seamstress. Not Cleo, Claudine is. That's interesting. Okay. work. I mean, she just as easily... Oh, there we go. She just as easily could have been, like, the ultimate question mark. Like the amnesiac, considering she was born 15 days ago, she doesn't know anything. I felt like that would have made more sense. That's okay. This is still cute. I mean, sure, I have to show myself a lot. Probably the only anything seems like it's pushing it. And what's up with these friendship fragments and silhouettes? Wait, they kind of look like... Then we start introductions? It would seem so. Soon, everyone split off. Caddy was already taken, and without anybody else that I knew, I felt like a bat in the sun. That wasn't until a girl dressed entirely in black, pink, and white walked up to me. Hi, Frankie. Hey, Diva. Hey. She's talking about me, you guys. Oh. Hi, your totes look familiar. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Wait, now that you mention it, during a trip to the mall a few days back when I was looking for clothes for my first day of school, I had run into two other girls. One pink with a heart on her cheek and fangs, and the other with brown hair, purple clothes, and pearl jewelry. The mall, that's where. Ah, that's right, you were the girl with the perfect figure for fashion. Still don't know what that means. Oh, never mind, it's nice to meet you. My name is Draculora, daughter of Dracula, and I'm apparently the ultimate journalist. Oh, this is a cute title screen. Oh, this is cute. Shout out. Yep, I've been keeping journals for all my unlife, so I guess that's why. Interesting. All your unlife? Well, how long has that been? 1,599 years. Immortality. It's a vampire thing. Girl, I'm just as shocked. Anyways, what about you? Oh right, my name's Frankenstein. Oh my goodness.
A body has been discovered!
Thank you so much for the follow, Alexa. How are you doing? Welcome to stream. How has your day been? I hope it's been good. Also, thank you so much for popping into my stream. Hi! It's been so long since I've streamed. It's my first stream back in 3 years. And today we're just playing some fan games, some indie projects that, you know, to shout out some smaller names. But hi, thank you, welcome in. Actually, let me get some water. Oh right, my name's Frankenstein, daughter of Frankenstein's monster. I'm the ultimate seamstress. Yep, this is a cute screen. I like this. Oh, damn. The ultimate seamstress? That's perfect. Come on, follow me. You have to meet my beast school friend. Oh, okay. I gained a fragment. Dracula grabs me by my wrist, taking me across the room to where the other ghoul from the mall stood. Dracula stopped and began to bounce on her heels, her really high heels. Dracula always did have like the tallest, cuntiest, like Demonia-style heels. And I lived. They were so impractical, but she really served like in every scene she was in. Except when she almost cheated on Claude with her ex, but to be fair, the ex was brainwashing her, so anyway. Look, there's someone else we know. Well, not really know, but still. The other girl chuckled, placing a hand on her hip. Wow, not even a minute in and making a new friend. That's a new record. I know you. Let me see. The mall, I remember. You got me really inspired to make new designs. I did? Really? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Really? Well, I was only made 15 days ago, so not much competition yet. You're like the exact opposite of Draculaura. Yeah, she told me. Well, are you going to introduce yourselves? Oh, right. Frankenstein? I'm not going to keep repeating that. We've already said it. Ultimate seamstress, huh? That's really awesome. The name's Claudine Wolf, daughter of the werewolves. Ultimate designer. It's nice to meet you. Oh. She tore with this right here. That background. That pink tiger print. Ooh. Okay. Oh, so that's why Draculaura said I had to meet you. So you were the one yelling about your designs. Could I see some? They're not. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Oh. Still, your designs must be voltageous. Mm-hmm. She's even made some of my favorite outfits. Claudine is clawsome. I'm not gonna get tired of these puns. I will never. Been making my own clothes since I was a pup, so you bet I am. Oh, friendship fragment. It was totally amazing to meet you, but I should probably go meet the others. The both of them nodded. Okay, but we should totes talk some more when we get the chance. And we should probably talk to the others as well. I know. The two ghouls walk off and I'm left alone. I take out my eye coffin and look at these silhouettes once again. Except now two of them weren't silhouettes anymore. Each of them were one of the ghouls in this room. So I guess it will give me their information as I meet them. Weird. I look through my eye coffin, intimidated by the amount of other monsters in the room. I wanted to talk to someone else, but every time I resolve to do it, I hesitate and back out. Sure, my first few had gone well, but I was scared of making a fool of myself. Poor ghoul, you look like a fish out of water. Is that a good accent? Was that a good Australian accent? Huh? Oh yeah, I suppose so. No need to be nervous. I'm not gonna get an accent. I can't do it. Here, why don't we introduce yourselves? My name's Laguna Blue. I'm the daughter of the sea monsters and the ultimate spoon. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, another slang background. They're really eating these title cards. It's nice to meet you. My name's Frankenstein. I'm not repeating it. It's nice to meet you too. There, now is that so scary? I suppose not. I just want to make a good impression. I get it, but I don't think you need to worry about that, love. You seem just fine to me. You really think so? Phew, that's a relief. Yeah, so just trust yourself to know what to do. And if some monsters don't like you, it isn't the end of the world. No need to stress yourself out. Easier said than done. I know, but once done, it makes a world of difference. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'd love to chat more, but I don't want to know. I don't want to know if we get in trouble for taking too long. I'm going to chat with some more monsters. Cheers, mate. Goodbye, or cheers. Waving goodbye to Laguna, I look around. Well, I said it was easier said than done. Something about that conversation stripped me of my fears. Well, most of them anyways. As such, I looked for the first free person that caught my eye. Actually, it was kind of hard not to look at how shiny all the gold made her. Excuse you, do you need something? She said, bitch, why are you staring at me? And she's real as fuck for that. No, I just... Oh, so it's a no? I was just wondering why you were staring at me like you had the right. Ooh, she's so tempting. Ooh. Yes, Cleo. Whoop her ass. Drag her. I mean, being the piece of art I am, I expect it, but you're still way out of line. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to weird you out. I'm like really new, so I'm still getting used to social norms and all that. Well, Frankie, I suggest you pick up on these social norms fast. A ghoul like you won't survive in the world for 2 minutes without them. I'm Cleo Denial of the Denial family, and believe me when I say I don't want to make someone... Whoa. And believe me when I say you don't want to make someone like me into your enemy. Right, got it. Good. Your talent, and you need to know why. I guess I don't. I'm just curious since this entire thing is strange, I guess. The ultimate fear leader, and you better not forget about it since I went through the trouble of telling you. Again, another background that needs. These would be like really cute, like computer background screens. Right, I won't. Well, this was entirely pointless. I have more important people to converse with, so leave my sight. Okay, I guess. Hey. Cleo's real as fuck for that. Sorry. I don't care if you're mad about it. Ugh, that didn't go well. It was disheartening, but one bad interaction doesn't mean much, right? Yeah, let's try again. Someone who looks a little nicer. A ghoul with a nerdy style. She looks fantabulous, and a lot easier to talk to. I didn't quite catch that. Does your throat hurt? I can't really understand what you're trying to say. Oh, you're speaking zombie. Yes, I am. I was saying that it was nice to meet you, Frankie. My name is Julia Gelbs. I suppose I should tell you my talent as well. I'm the ultimate scientist. These backgrounds eat. Oh, each one has been eat. Ultimate scientist, that sounds so interesting. What are your specialties? Well, I have a slight affinity for mechanics and computer science, but I have a palpable interest in biology and chemistry as well. I also aspire to pursue careers in archaeology, anthropology, and other historical sciences. Diva, love you. She's educated. I love powerful women. I love powerful women so much. I don't even think I understood all that, but you must really have earned that title. It's totally voltageous to be talking to someone so smart and interesting. I'm only 15 days old, so I don't know how good I'm going to be in classes. Could I ask you to help me if I wind up not being too good at it? You don't have to, of course. Sure, I don't see why not. I'd be happy to help you. That is, if we have any classes here. Huh? What do you mean by that? This isn't a normal situation. The start of school isn't normally like this. Something tells me something good is not going to come of this. Well, I'm sure that we'll be fine. I'm sure you're fine. Well, it was really nice meeting you, Julia. Thanks again. No problem, Frankie. I waved goodbye, my chest lightening. I knew it was one bad interaction. I knew it was just one bad interaction. I'm fine. People like me so far. So it's just Cleo then. Well, that could be fixed. Just totally ridiculous. I mean, completely impossible. I heard an annoyed, slightly panicked voice. Another werewolf with bright pink hair was talking to Claudine. Now, not to assume, but they look too similar to not be. Hey, Claudine, do you know her? Oh, hey, Frankie. Yeah, she's my little sister. I knew it. The name's Howleen Wolf, the ultimate hairstylist. Okay. Work. I don't remember her ever doing that, but... These talents honestly seem kind of, like, arbitrary and, like, kind of, like, randomly given. Like, some of them make sense, but then some of them, like, Ooh, sorry. There we go. Oh, that makes sense. Does that mean you did your fantabulous hair all by yourself? No, I mean, I don't think so. I think... Huh? What do you mean? Okay, well, last I checked, my hair was a lot shorter, a lot curlier, and a lot more orange. Not to mention, I don't even remember having these clothes. I mean, they're totally cute and all, and the hair ain't bad either, but that's besides the point. Agreed. That sounds really weird. What do you think happened? No clue, and it's freaking me out. Want to see if we can dye it back when we get home? Well, I've been meaning to re-dye my hair recently anyway, and it's cute, so I suppose I'll keep it for now. Well, I agree. You look voltageous. It's still worryingly strange, though. What part of this isn't? Ain't that the truth? I like that they're, like, making meta references to, like, something, like, because of Howleen having two different designs with, like, the short hair and the long hair. I like that they're making this kind of, like, meta reference of, like, I don't know. I think it's interesting. They're trying to build a bigger mystery. I like what they're doing so far. I noticed that Claudine had started looking behind me, but when I looked back, I didn't see anything but a dark corner. Did you see something, Claudine? Not sure. It almost looks like there's something in the shadows, but it's too vague to make out. Something in the shadows? Following Claudine's words, I took a few steps towards what I thought was an empty corner and blam, bumped into a small ghoul. Oh my ghoul, I'm so sorry. Are you alright? The ghoul stood back. Yeah, no worries. How did you do that? Hide the shadows. I couldn't even see you. Oh, it's a family thing. Family thing? Yeah, daughter of the boogeyman and all. The name's Twyla, ultimate sandkeeper. These backgrounds just never disappoint me. Oh, I didn't even do that. There we go. What do you mean by sandkeeper? I've never heard of anything like that before. Another family thing. You know how the boogeyman doesn't have just one shape? I think so. Boogie sand is how he does it. Just a sprinkle of the stuff and he can turn into any other kind of monster. My dad's pretty messy though, so I tend to organize it for him from time to time. Wow, that's really cool, Twyla. Is there any chance I can see sometime? Maybe. The Boogie Mansion isn't the easiest to navigate. You'd have to stick close to me. Well, I think I can do that. Thank you, Twyla. You're welcome. It was nice meeting you, Frankie, but I think we're going back to the shadows now. Really? You don't want to talk to everyone? I've said my piece to everyone now, and I'm more comfortable in the shadows. Well, if you say so. It was nice meeting you too. With a final nod and a small smile, Twyla disappeared back in the shadow of the corner. Okay. That's about half down, so who's left? Well, there's Caddy again. Wait, she... Before anyone else could do so, I rushed to talk with her. Hi, wow, it's so nice to finally get to talk to you. My name is Frankie. I was practically sparking at the bolts, actually. I may have literally been sparking at the bolts. This is a cute sprite. I'm Caddy Noir, the ultimate pop star, I guess. Cute. This is the first background that doesn't really need me, but that's okay. They can't all be winners. Some people have to be not as good. You guess? You're amazing. You're like the best musician I've ever listened to. And look, I may not have listened to many, but I can still tell that you're especially good. I appreciate the compliments, really I do. But I'm taking a hiatus at the moment. Why? It's kind of complicated. Well, how so? What I've sung up to this point hasn't felt real to me. I've been so sheltered from real life, I've started to forget what it's like. I want to relearn what it's like to live real life, just to be a normal ghoul for a while. Have my music be genuine, not manufactured for the masses. Wow, then I'll continue to support you. If your songs are good now, I can't wait to see how amazing they can be with this. Thank you. It's nice to know at least one person believes in the new me. Always. That's cute. I like what she's doing. Okay, sorry. Well, I still have a few other people to meet up with, but it was nice meeting you, Frankie. Yeah, it was really nice meeting you too. I never thought that I would. With a look back and a wave, Caddy walked off. Wow, that was incredible. I can't believe I just met one of my idols. In the middle of my starstruck haze, I didn't notice a girl with beautiful golden scales walking my way. I believe we have not spoken to each other yet. Oh, we haven't. My name is Jennifer Long, and my talent is the ultimate blacksmith. You are? Okay. You brought me back. This is a cute one. Oh. My name's Frankie Stein. Oh, I'm not saying that together. Yes, you are, although it seems like your stitch work is rather amateur for the ultimate seamstress. Oh, it is? Well, I guess I've only been alive for 15 days anyway, so getting used to stitching myself out. I honestly do wonder why I was given the ultimate anything. I don't know how to do much yet. If I may, it is possible they distributed these talents, not just on current talents, but potential for said talent. If that is the case, I have no doubt that you'll become a talented seamstress in no time. And with my personal background in fashion, I can already say that for 15 days, your stitching on round surfaces is above average for that amount of time. Oh, thank you. Although, not to stereotype, but why does a blacksmith have a background in fashion? This is why I said what I did earlier. My truest calling is fashion design. However, it seems I was good at blacksmith for whatever reason. While I do incorporate metalwork into my designs quite often, I do not believe it is enough to be considered the ultimate blacksmith. Weird. I wonder if it's because Claudine is the ultimate designer. That very well may be. Well, this conversation has been very insightful. However, I must move on to others. It was a joy to meet you, Frankie Stein. It was great meeting you too, Jennifer. Okay, so that's another one down. Who's left? Looking around, one ghoul stuck out like a sore thumb, or a green thumb in this case. Wow, your hair is voltageous. I've never seen anything like it. Thanks. Yours is pretty cool too. Those black and white stripes, striking. Thanks, it runs in the family. Wicked. My name is Venus McFlytrap, ultimate conservationist. What about you? Oh, cute. I hold my arm to highlight the stitches on them. Epic, so you're the Stein's daughter, huh? Oh yeah, they're really awesome. Yeah, sounds like it. What is this sprite? Like... Anyway, I can see the resemblance. They're quite the sculptors. Apparently they gave me the perfect figure for fashion or something. Yeah, I can see that. So, why are you the ultimate conservationist? Oh, well that's easy. Protecting Mother Earth is my life's goal. I want monsters and normies alike to start treating her better. Huh, Earth is a rather strange name. No, like the planet. Oh. Wait, people treat the planet badly? Why? Laziness, stubbornness, greed, ignorance, a lot of reasons. Ooh, I feel like she's gonna have a pretty strong motive to kill. It just makes my chlorophyll boil. The Earth does so much for us, and people treat it like this, it just makes me wanna... Venus's face scrunches up and her eyes start to water. She looks like she's about to sneeze. You okay? Yeah, sorry about that. When I get angry, I tend to sneeze my pollens and persuasion. It's really embarrassing, and this stuff is impossible to get out of clothes. I try to control it. Good to know. I'd better not make her upset. I feel like that's going to be relevant to a possible murder in the future. Sorry, I was just looking at myself in the camera, I just look so pussy right now. Sorry. Well, I still have people to meet, but I'd really like to help you with your cause. Let me know if I can help in any way. Heck yeah, an ally. I'll talk to you later. Ally. A ghoul with a soft yet stern expression, wings, and cotton candy hair started making her way towards me. Pardonnez-moi, but I believe we have not spoken just yet. I believe that's correct. I'm not saying it. My name is Rochelle Goyle, and my eye coffin states my ultimate is the ultimate guard. Okay. Interesting. Oh, okay, she's a gargoyle. I guess. I mean, that's that wild, but whatever. Ultimate guard, isn't that dangerous for a high schooler? Even if you're made of stone? Not particularly. It is the duty of the gargoyle to guard those close to them, whether there is an immediate threat to them or not, such as a gargoyle's armor. Wow, that sounds really serious. I'll admit, I'm still learning about my monster types. Oh, how do you mean? Long story short, I was made 15 days ago. And yet you were in high school? I've never heard of such a thing before. Yeah, it's a family thing. Then I shall take extra care to caution you of possible dangers, such as the Gargoyle Code instructs. Oh, she's cute. I like her. Whoa, there's a Gargoyle Code? Yes, there is. Although I have found most monsters are not that interested in the rules of us gargoyles ourselves. Well, I'm interested. If you have time, I would love to hear about it. I would love to. That's cute. I give Rochelle an awkward parting wave and turn around. Not many ghouls left to talk to. The next thing that caught my eye was an intricately designed skirt, with every color I could think of. But while the skirt caught my eye first, the ghoul wearing it was a sight to behold himself. Ah, she's so beautiful. That is because she was only bone. I hold my hand out and the ghoul excitedly, only for my stitches to rip apart and send it flying. Ooh. Damn, Frankie, don't lose your hand over it. I make a dash for it with my one arm, but I couldn't reach it in time. Oh, sorry. Before it got away. It circles around the ghoul and she gracefully picks it up, handing it back to me. I believe this is yours. Thank you so much. I'm supposed to be the ultimate seamstress, but my stitches come loose so easily. I take out some needle and thread, about to stitch myself back together when I feel a bony hand on me. Might I try? I'm rather good at stitching myself. Sure, knock yourself out. Not literally. The ghoul laughs and begins stitching my arm back together. It's done in a flash and my stitches feel more secure than they ever have. Wow, you're amazing at this. You should be the ultimate seamstress, not me. I do a lot of embroidery for my designs. Such clothing needs secure stitching. Whew, sorry. But it appears that my talent is the ultimate potter. Ay, Dios mío, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Skulltimate. Yes, sister, please bring me a peach nectarine Red Bull, sister, please. Please, sister, I need caffeine, sister. I've only been live for an hour. I have like 7 more to go, or like 6 more to go. Welcome in, Virgo, welcome in. It's nice to meet you, but I still can't figure out why you're the ultimate potter when you're such a good seamstress. I'm not sure, but I used to watch mi abuela make pottery all the time. I don't know if I paid good enough attention to be able to make pottery by myself, but maybe that is what the reason is. I guess. There are some ghouls here with talents that don't quite fit. I wonder why that is. Skellita shakes her head. I could not begin to imagine. I believe I'm the wrong ghoul to ask. Not that I know the right ghoul. Don't worry about it. In any case, we need to get these introductions wrapped up, huh? Agreed. Pero mucho gusto. It was very nice meeting you. Agreed. After both of us moved on, I found myself struggling to find new faces. It was starting to become a needle in a haystack to find new monsters. But then I noticed that someone who wasn't a new face purely because they had no face at all. I walked over to the fashionably dressed ghoul. Wow, I love your hair. Oh, thank you so much. I watched in surprise as the ghoul's originally pale blue turned into a not quite pink light red. Whoa, that's so neat. How'd you do that? Do what? She looks at her hand, and a look of realization sweeps over her. Well, I assume is one anyways. Kind of hard to tell with no face. Oh, this is how I show my emotions, since I don't really have expressions. Oh, that's so cool. So then, what does red mean? The ghoul turns a deeper shade of red. That I'm embarrassed? What? Why are you embarrassed? It's so awesome. I guess so. I'm just not used to hearing it. Well, you should hear it more then. You're clawsome, clawsome, clawsome. Thanks. What does orange mean? I guess a mixture of embarrassed and happy? Well, I'm glad I can make you feel happy then. Oh, look at me talking like this without even introducing myself. My name's Kiyomi Haunterly. It's very nice to meet you. What's your ultimate? I'm not sure. Actually, I didn't get one. Okay. The fuck didn't she get one? I'm gonna keep my eye on you, girl. You didn't? For real? That's really weird. I don't know why they didn't give me one. I kind of feel left out. Well, I'll do my best to make sure you don't feel left out then. You don't really have to. Thanks. Of course, what are cool friends for? Yeah, what are cool friends for? Cute. I'll see you around, right? Kiyomi nods shyly before floating away. If it weren't for her floating, causing me to look upwards, I probably wouldn't have noticed the next ghoul. She's so pretty. Flying with absolutely breathtaking wings, a timid-looking ghoul hovered above the others. We lock eyes and I give her what I thought was a friendly wave. However, this seemed to spook her and she quickly flew into a corner. I follow. It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt you. No offense, but I don't really know that. I guess so. I place my hand on my chin, brainstorming a way that I can make her see that I'm trustworthy. Without knowing her, I don't know how to do that. It's so frustrating. What's that face you're making? Are you angry? Oh no, I really want to be your friend, but it's hard to do that if you don't trust me. So I'm trying to think of a way to... Without warning, the ghoul started to laugh. I don't get it. What's so funny? Sorry, it's just, I feel really silly. You seem really genuine, and I'm here being a scaredy cat. If you want to think that hard about how to get me to trust you, then maybe you're worth trusting. She flutters down and I once again find myself in awe of her wings. Sorry about that. I'm nervous about being at a new school. My name's Bonita Fever, the ultimate weaver. Cute, 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 cute. Love her, love her. One second. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's really nice to meet you too. I heard that this place is supposed to be more accepting and I was worried that maybe it wasn't. But maybe it is. Well, duh. It's more accepting. This place is like incredible, but why are you worried? You seem nice. Well, a lot of monsters don't like monsters like me. They judge really quickly. What do you mean monsters like you? You're freaky fabulous. And a hybrid. Hybrid? What's that? Well, my mom was a skeleton and my dad was a moth, and then you have me, a hybrid. There are some monsters that think other monsters shouldn't interact with each other. And when they see me, they direct that anger at me, and I never seem to escape them. That's horrible. I knew that there were schools solely made for one type of monster, but that's just stupid. I appreciate the sympathy. It's a little rare, but I think this place will be okay. Yeah, I'm going to be really disappointed in this place. If they let something as silly. Okay, let's try that again. Take two. Yeah, I'm going to be really disappointed in this place if they let something as silly as that affect their view of a monster. Thanks, Frankie. Of course. Let me know if you need anything, alright? I'm going to see if I missed anyone. Bonita gave a tiny nod. I should try and go introduce myself to others now. I hope it goes well. Bye, Frankie. See ya! That's when a huge burst of steam clouded my vision. What's happening? Oh, sorry about that. Put too much into the old boots. It's fine. I'm just happy I finally found you. Were you waiting long, dearie me? I must have lost track of time again. Does that happen often? Quite unfortunately. My internal clock is all flubbed up. I didn't catch some of that, but that sounds really annoying. It really is. But where are my manners? The name's Rebecca. Rebecca Steam. Ultimate Scream Player. Frankenstein, Ultimate Seamstress. Ugh. Smashing, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you too, but quick question. Ask away. So, what exactly is Scream? Why, only the best, most extreme sport ever introduced by monsters. It gets my gears turning in anticipation, just thinking about it. Well, what do? You race on roller skates at breakneck speeds through a dangerous maze, filled with traps and obstacles against another team for the finish line. Although, perhaps it is a bit too dangerous, from what I've heard from the other girls here. The last time I played, it put me out of commission for a century. Whoa, an entire century? That's insane. That's what I said when I first heard the news, but every monster here insists that it's the truth. And I'm inclined to believe them, scatterbrained that I am. I don't recognize much of anything about the school anymore. I certainly don't recognize these eye coffin contraptions. Quite odd, but quite ingenious as well. Oh, we're similar there at the very least. I guess you're supposed to get more attached to them as time goes on, but I don't understand everyone's fang up with these things. Like, I just didn't get what everyone was freaking out about when we found out they'd been changed. Well, on that we can agree. I was amazed just seeing such a device. Right? It's so cool. I'm happy just to have one. It's smashing to find another technology enthusiast. I wonder if my father has seen these things. He would love them so. Who's your father? Why, Hezekiah Steam, of course. He was one of the most brilliant inventors to ever unlive his greatest invention, being myself. Wait, you were made too? Well, there's yet another thing that we have in common. Aren't you the bee's knees, Frankie? I don't know about that, literally. Well, it's the truth. Gee whiz, would you look at the time? I better get a move on if I want to meet the others in a timely fashion. Cheers, Frankie. Cheers. As I wave goodbye, I look at my eye coffin. That was everyone, every new ghoul here, and everyone had already gotten into their different factions. I spotted Cleo talking to Julia, looking like she was giving her instructions. I also saw Claudine talking to Hallie and Gryffindor joining in on the conversation. I noticed a few ghouls crowded around Caddy, while others were wallflowers waiting for the last few monsters to introduce each other. I decided to join the wallflowers, not wanting to intrude on anything. I guess now is as good a time as any for some reflection. I was so preoccupied with introducing myself to everyone and trying to make a good impression that I hadn't thought too much about the situation at hand. But the more I thought about it, the more I agreed with the other ghouls that everything was weird. At least from what I've seen of teen dramas, stuff like this shouldn't be happening. Granted, I've been told by Mom and Dad to take those with a grain of salt, but I don't think they'd leave out something like this. Plus, I get the feeling that school's taking over the eye coffin isn't normal. But if everyone else is confused about what's going on, I probably have no hope of understanding. All that was scary, but I was also really excited. All the ghouls here seem really nice. Once we get the situation sorted out, I think I'm really going to like it here. Suddenly, the chime of the monitor interrupted my thoughts as the staticky figure once more appeared. Alright, that's like good enough for me. I'm getting super bored just waiting around. Make your way to the gym already. And if you're too stupid to know where that is, just use the map app on your eye coffin. Bye-bye. The screen cut out, and there was some sour faces among the crowd. Jeez, that was pretty rude. I know, right? I seriously hope she isn't actually with the school or something. But if she is not with the school, then why would she be on the monitors? Good point. The principal really needs to check her attitude then. With everyone generally agreeing with Howling's huffing, a few of us checked the map and started navigating towards the gym. I helped Rebecca open the 2 large doors. Everyone made their way inside. Oh. Pretty. So what happens now? I am not sure. Everyone looked around the vast gym in confusion. Everyone except Twilight, I noticed. That ghoul seemed to have her eyes fixed on one point in the gym, towards the gap in the curtain of the stage. What's up, Twilight? Do you see something? I think so. There's moving in the shadows up there. The shadows? I trained my eyes to where Twilight was looking, but couldn't see anything. Until... Diva. She has merch out, guys. You need to get this Diva's merch. Get her merch, baby. I live for her. Ta-da! It's more. Oh, please to see me, I'm sure. A small fact. Ooh. Oh my god. So sorry for any headphone users that may have heard that crash. A small, fashionably dressed skeleton popped out from behind the curtain. Who are you? Huh? You really don't recognize me? Huh, what a loser. Fine, I guess I'll introduce myself to the uncultured masses. I'm Skulltimate, your overseer for your new deadly school, Unlife. Love Skulltimate. Some monsters responded in shock, some in amusement, some in annoyance. But there was one ghoul in particular who rushed up to the stage. Well, not so much rushed, as dramatically stomped. So, you're the one to blame for all this. Do you have any words for yourself before I have my daddy ruin your life? Did I hear something? Oh look, there's a beetle below me. Excuse you, I will have you know that I am an Egyptian princess. You best watch your tone around me, or by law, I will. It thinks it has power in the situation. Did you not hear me? I'm your overseer. If you want other words to describe my position, I'd be glad to give them to you. Your lord, your master, your ruler, your god. Ooh, I like that last one. Point is, sweetie, that your previous status means nothing to me in this place, okay? So just go back to your insignificant role as a participant. There's a small presentation to show you. Of all the insolent, arrogant, uncouth beings I have ever... Do you need your ears checked or something? She's not a Christian. Oh, she's not a Christian. That's some creepypasta looking shit. Oh, that's insane. She said sit. Stunned into silence by Skillet's horrifying expression, Cleo made her way back to the group. No more noise from the peanut gallery. Great. Okay, so like, you're all enrolled in Monster High, right? Everyone here has like dreamed of coming here, right? Well, good news. You get to stay. Permanently. Of course, there are some stupid clauses or something to help you get out if you really want to. But otherwise, you're free to do whatever as long as you keep the peace, you know? So, any questions? What the heck do you mean by permanently? There's no way I'm staying here the rest of my life. I must agree, there's no mention of this in the transfer papers. Only that dorms would be provided for those who needed them. Oh yeah, dorms. Happy you brought those up since I won't acknowledge the deaf who asked me to repeat what I say. There are some dorms upstairs. Unfortunately, the people who run this place are like super cheap, so you'll have to share some. I'm sure that'll be no problem, right? Major problem. I don't want to stay here the rest of my own life. Whatever, I'm out of here. Just as Venus turned around to exit the gym, there was a loud crash from outside shaking the ground. Everything suddenly went dark before the loud click of the gym lights turning on rang in my ears. It took a few moments to adjust to the fluorescent lighting. What was that? Oh, you'll find out later once I formally dismiss you. I figured some of you would be too dense to get it through your head, so I saved this little surprise. Excuse me. So I saved this little surprise for just the right moment. I'm saying this one last time, so listen up. You're stuck here permanently. Anyone who has a problem with that better shut up. Now, any more questions before I continue on to our next segment? A hand stuck out from the crowd. You have given us these ultimate talents. Just what is the purpose and logic behind those? Oh, those things. I guess so that everyone has an idea of what the others can do. It, helps you get a sense of who they are right away. That's super important for this. Skills and personality and all that. It's a killer conversation starter and icebreaker too, which is like something you use in school, right? But if that is so, then why is it that some of these schools' titles do not relate to their most honed talent? Well, duh, because it'd be super boring if we had a million ultimate designers running around the place. It'd make the title seem dull. Work, diva. She ate. I'm done with this. So any other questions? This time, a more timid hand slowly raised above the crowd. You said deadly school and life earlier. Just what did you mean by that? Moving right into the next part, huh? Well then, I believe it's time to bring out our special guest. As Squillen said those words, there was a soft whirring from the stage. The top of what appeared to be a clear box could be seen, and as it rose, the contents of the box were made clear. Oh shit. A vampire chained to the rising floor could be seen. She was frantically shifting from bat to vampire in an attempt to get out of the chain to no avail. Fear suddenly grew in me as the hush whispers around turned into panicked voices. What is the meaning of this? Why is she in that box? Jeez, if you idiots would let me talk, you'd have a lot less questions. So, meet... Excuse me. So, meet Ori Fantel, as I'm sure you can see, Miss Chrissy here is a vampire. Although she is not so prim and proper right now, is she? What fear does to a monster? I can see Dracula looking carefully at Claudine, who actually spoke up. Hey, this isn't funny. Let that fool go right now, or so help me. Oh, cool your jets. I'll let her go after this demonstration. So touchy. So, as the goon girl over there so carefully observed, I said deadly on life, and I do mean deadly. This in fact goes back to that whole claws to get out thing. So hooray for you. You see, you are really meant to have a peaceful, boring, uneventful life in these halls. But if someone here were to disturb that peace with, let's just say, killing another student, well, they would have to be let go now, wouldn't they? Okay, this is beating around the bushes really lame. Yeah, you need to kill to leave. I listened in disbelief. We had to kill to escape? But we had no reason to, right? There might still be a way to escape, right? The tension in the air could be cut with a knife as frightened whispers circled around the room. This is absolutely insane. You can't do this. Someone's got to come for us before anything like that ever happens. That's right. There's no way my family won't be worried sick the moment Sis and I are late coming home. Oh, that's so funny. You actually think that someone is going to come and save you. It's just too much. You're so delusional. But no, I meant it when I said you'll need to kill to escape. No loopholes, no outside help. Either kill someone to get away with it, or rot here for the rest of time. Hey, wait, that's totally not fair though. There are monsters here who can't die. It's an uneven playing field. Don't tell me you're actually taking what this thing is saying seriously. Yeah, we shouldn't even be considering this as an option. We're all supposed to be friends. No, it's fair to bring up. We don't even know anything about this situation yet. The zombie's the only one with brains. How ironic. And don't worry, you see, that's why I have my friend Gory here for. What do you mean by that? In a moment. Skullhead snapped her fingers and suddenly the clear case over Gory was lifted by a wire. Don't just stand there, do something, get me out of this chain. Fox no longer around her. With her panicked and fearful voice could be heard by all in the gym. Oh my gosh, why can't I breathe? A few ghouls made a motion to help her. However, the moment one of them got too close to the stage, a row of sharp spears just barely missed Rochelle, who took a stumbling step backwards. Nobody on the stage for this, you hear me? You wouldn't want to steal Gory's last moments of spotlight, now would you? Skullhead let out an ear-piercing cackle, a sick feeling growing in my stomach. What are you about to do? What the hell is the point in asking me that when I'm about to do it? Anyways, no more interruptions for a bit, okay? Skullhead makes her way towards a table covered with a tray, which reveals to have garlic and some clear liquid. Hey, what the hell is this? Get those away from me. Somebody do something. Don't just stand there and let this thing do this to me. With those spikes surrounding the stage, no one knew how to help. Ugh, you cowards. Is there not a single one of you that... God, just shut up. Don't make me shove this in your face. The ghoul went quiet, now also afraid of defying Skullhead. Now, if the bat thing earlier wasn't enough to convince you, this should be. She sticks out one of her bony fingers from a glass of water and puts it on the Gory. Immediately she reels back in pain as small red sores begin to appear where the water touched her body. Ugh, you little bit! Skullhead flicks more onto the ghoul and she stops mid-insult in pain. Stop, you don't need to do this. I thought I told you to shut up last morning. I'm sure you guessed, but this is holy water, and just to prove it to you. Skullhead nears the end of the stage, sticks her fingers into the water again and flicks some of Draculaura. Claudia moves to shield Draculaura's body, being large enough to cover the exposed skin. She shoots a harsh glare towards Skullhead, growling. Just had to prove it. Draculaura, you alright? I'm fine. It'll go away. And then, I'm sure you'll recognize this. As you can see, this also sends Gory here into a panic. Of course, I won't be using either of these any further. To everyone's shock, including Gory, Skullhead tosses the water and garlic aside on the stage. You see, I don't need these old-fashioned ways to kill a vampire anymore, and neither do you. Kill? You don't really mean... Of course I do, I'm no liar after all. Audience members, I urge you to sit back and enjoy the show. No, this can't be happening. For the first time ever, the death of a vampire by average means. Oh. Oh shit. Girl. Oh my god. Well, damn, I really do need a Red Bull. I stood there in stunned silence, barely able to comprehend what I just saw. But that silence didn't last long. You know what? I'm gonna order something on GoPuff real quick, guys. Sorry. GoPuff. Here we go. Red Bull. And then I want a snack. I don't know what I want. Ooh. I wonder what kind of chips I'm gonna get. There we go. Sorry, I'm ordering food now, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Ooh. Yeah. Alrighty. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Had to fix that. And I just ordered GoPuff. I will be getting a Red Bull and some snackies. Okay. But that silence didn't last long. Oh. As the dull thud of Draculaura's body hitting the floor resounded through the gym, both Claudine and Helene rushed to her side, propping her up and making sure she was alright. Meanwhile, voices I barely noticed, spoke around me. What is this? Let me out. I can't go like this. You can't do this to me. I'm not meant to. So, as you can see, those with immortality aren't a problem. I've already taken it away from them. And a promise is a promise. Squelette moves towards Ori's unmoving body and unlocks a chain on her wrist. There, now she's free. No way, this can't be real. I don't want to die. I cannot stand by and allow such evil to be in the world. Though it is dangerous, I am duty-bound to apprehend you. How can it? Stick in the mud. I'd say your duty is more to take care of them, right? You saw what I did to Ori. I can do that to any of you the moment you break one of the rules. You just feel life wasted, and then you'd be here to protect everyone else. With someone so horrible, I must again speak the truth. Hey, can we please get some help here? Laura's not doing so fine. Well, I guess I'll take this as my cue to leave. Oh yeah, one last thing before I do. Be sure to check the rules app. I may want blood here, but it'd be boring if everyone died just like Stone Brains here almost did because of ignorance. You get that one warning. See ya. And just like that, my first nightmare began. There.
Monsteronpa.
Wow. To be continued. Okay. So I think the demo ends here, if I'm not mistaken. I think it ends here, if I'm like not mistaken. Yep, that was it. Hi everybody, this is editor Arabella here. So, fun fact divas, I actually lost the footage of me doing the rankings of the characters from Monsteronpa, and also lost the footage of me like talking about my thoughts about the game. So I thought we can just do that here, right here, right now. So I don't know, like, we're just gonna go in a random order of these characters. We're not gonna go in any kind of particular order. So first, we're gonna go through the rankings and what they mean. So up here with this purpley color at the top, we have the tier Skulltimate survivors. These are people that I think are gonna be really fun characters and also like live through the experience of the game. Fantastic Friends is the tier right below it. I don't necessarily believe these people are going to survive, but I do like their energy and I like what they bring to the cast. In the third tier, we have Clawsome. It's kind of the mid tier. They're not bad, but they're not really also making an impression either, so I don't know whether they're going to live or die either way. In the fourth tier, we have Ghastly Ghouls. Ghouls that I think aren't the nicest, but might still have a chance to have a redemption arc and survive by the end of the game. And then Disturbing Divas is the last one in this green color here. And that is going to represent people that I definitely think are most likely going to not survive this experience of this game. So, let's go ahead and start with our title character, Frankie Stein. So, I really liked Frankie. I'm going to put her at Skulltimate Survivor. She is our main character. I do genuinely believe that she is going to be our eyes, like the audience surrogate to experience this game with and this story with. It's what the original Gen 1 first generation of Monster High creations did. They really made Frankie the main character. They pushed her into that main character spot. We saw pretty much everything solely from her perspective, and it was because she was literally made 16 days ago. She's not that old. She's a very young monster. She's very inexperienced and naive, and that makes her the perfect audience surrogate and main character, protagonist style character to follow a narrative like this with. So I definitely think we're going to continue the game with her experience all the way through, just because that makes a lot of sense. I really liked Frankie as a character, and I ultimately think she is going to survive the killing game. I think she's going to survive. She's going to be one of the people who survives. Now, next is Draculaura. I'm going to say Draculaura is a fantastic friend, and not just because she's a vampire and her fangs, but I think I'm going to put her in Fantastic Friends just because she seems to have a lot of personality, she seems to have a lot of character, she's being played really true to her Gen 1 self, and I really appreciate that. I don't understand her title of Ultimate Historian just because she's old and like writes in her diary. That ultimately makes her a historian. There was some meta conversations within the game where there were multiple people who were questioning their titles and questioning their talents because they didn't really resonate with them, and I thought that was a really interesting concept. So I'm starting to believe oh, okay, like they're definitely gonna start playing with those Danganronpa expectations of people having talents, but I think certain aspects of the Danganronpa world that are necessary for a game like this, for a killing game, don't necessarily mesh with a lot of Monster High characters, and I wonder if there's gonna be like a fourth wall break, or if there's gonna be like more meta commentary like that. I really hope so, just because I think that's going to be a really interesting story perspective to like play the game through once Chapter One is, eventually released. But yeah, I think for now, I don't know if Draculaura is going to survive. I definitely think in order for the game to succeed, we need to have a main core character. And when I say main core character, I mean the main six, being Frankie, Draculaura, Claudine, uh, Cleo, Laguna, and Gulia. Those were the main six people released when like the doll line in the series got announced. They are the main six characters. Everyone else is an afterthought because they came after. So I definitely think in order for Chapter One to really, hit a home run in this instance, they need to kill off a main like one or two of the main six within the first chapter, because that will definitely show us that this arena has stakes. There's really something to lose. A fan favorite will most likely die, and I definitely think that Draculaura, she may be the first to die. I have a theory. I have a theory that Draculaura or Claudine are going to be the first person to die, and I'm leaning more towards Claudine being the one to not survive. And speaking of Claudine, that's why I'm going to put her in Clawsome. She's still really great, but I just don't think she is long for this world. I unfortunately think Claudine is not going to survive past Chapter 1. I definitely think Claudine is either going to be the victim or the culprit of the first chapter. And I think it's going to have something to do with her trying to protect Draculaura and her sister Howleen. Yeah, I definitely don't think that Claudine is surviving this game, especially since she has so many close connections and close ties within the game. It would just make the most sense, in order for like the most guttural punch to be had, for somebody to not only lose their best friend, but somebody to lose their sister in the same death. And Claudine fits that bill. She's the only one that has a familial relationship in this game. So I think that's really interesting, and I think that would add a really interesting dynamic, and it really would hit like the nail on the head in terms of, we need this game to have stakes. If you kill off Claudine, who's like arguably one of the main three characters, that would be a huge, that would be a stake right there. That would be a huge hit to the cast, and I think it would make the most sense. But I still like Claudine. I still think she's very close to her characterization, and I think she's a lot of fun, and she's an interesting character. So for that reason, I'm not going to put her down in disturbing divas or even ghastly ghouls. I just definitely think that Claudine is gonna be a good character for the time we have her, which isn't gonna be long, which is unfortunately why I think she's gonna have to stay in Clawsome. But speaking of familial relationships, let's go ahead and jump to Howleen. I definitely think. Okay, these are subject to change, by the way, as I talk about this. I am a firm believer that Howleen might live if Claudine is the one to not survive past Chapter 1. Because then Howleen will have character motivation to survive and to fight for, the chance to get revenge for her sister. I definitely think that would make the most amount of sense. But I don't want to like say she's going to definitely survive, because I don't necessarily know. I don't think she's giving survivor energy yet. I don't think she is. I think she's giving I want to better myself, and me trying to better myself ultimately is what gets me off energy. Very Hiyoko Saionji in Chapter 3 of Danganronpa 2, or very Chihiro Fujisaki of Chapter 2 of Game 1, where they are trying to better themselves and fight their despair, but in doing so, that is what puts them in a situation where they die. But I still think her characterization is very nice. She is actually the one who made the meta commentary about her look being different, because they're referencing Generation 1 and Generation 2 Monster High characters looking like way different, and also like the redesign that Howleen had, because she used to have orange curly hair that was short, but then later on in different movies and doll lines, she was given like long magenta, fuchsia, pink hair, and she references that and she comments on that, and she's like, it's not like I don't hate this hair, but I don't remember having this before I like went to sleep. So for her to know that, it leads me to believe that they're going to use her character to give a reveal. So I think she's going to survive for a hot minute, but I don't know if past that reveal she's going to survive. So since we're talking about like the main characters, also like the main six, I think it's only right that we do the main six next. So I say we do Cleo next, and I know this is a hot take. This might be a hot take, but I think Cleo is surviving. And here's why I say that. Cleo is very much giving the Byakuya Togami energy of the game, where she is going to be like one of Frankie's main fucking rivals. And Cleo is going to be pushing Frankie and like pushing everyone in the game, is going to be like indulging in the game a little bit just to fuck with people or to feel like she has power. She gives me that energy, like she gives me Byakuya Togami energy. And because of that, that leads me to believe that she's going to survive, because there are going to be people such as Gulia and other characters that are going to feel inferior to her and are going to do things for her like they have been doing in the main canon. You know, how Gulia is like her best friend and does stuff for her all the time. But yeah, I think Cleo is going to have a pretty interesting story arc, and I think it's going to conclude with her surviving. But since we're talking about Cleo, we also need to talk about her best friend being one of the main six ghouls, being Gulia Yelps. I unfortunately don't think that Gulia is also going to survive. I think she is just insanely, like, way too smart. Like, and I don't mean that to be funny. I mean that seriously. Like, I think Gulia is just extremely too smart in order to keep her alive long. I think she's definitely going to be dead by Chapter 2, unfortunately, because I think people are going to catch on that she's really smart. She's going to be a huge help in the first trial if she's not the first person to die. She's going to be a huge help to them. She's super smart. She's like loves mathematics, loves science, is super smart, super academic. So I think like she has a really strong chance to like help the group out survive the first trial. And I think that ultimately her show of intelligence is what's going to get her killed. And like by Chapter 2, I personally say. But I still like Gulia. Gulia's character is like really nice and really fun. Yeah, there's not really much to say on Gulia, which I guess is why I'm putting her in Clawsome, like, which is like very middle of the road. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think anybody is gonna be put in Ghastly Ghouls. We'll keep going, but I honestly we might end up taking this like row out, because it's not that I don't like anybody, and it's not that I don't think that they're good characters, but I think I'm really just determining their survivability rating. You know what? Since we're talking about the main six, let's round it out with the last of the main six being Laguna Blue. Again, yeah, Clawsome. She's going in Clawsome. She was a very middle of the road character. I think she's very nice and very sweet, but again, I see that as something to be taken advantage of, and I see that being something where she is ultimately not going to survive. because of her naivete or her, ability to trust people too easily. I could definitely see that being her downfall because of how quickly she went to go help Frankie in the prologue. Yeah, but again, her characterization is very true to the original Laguna. I think that a lot of their characterizations are very true to who they were. So I don't think that I'm not going to say somebody was a poorly written character at all. I think they were all very well written. Okay, so who do we want to go to next? I guess we can start talking about the next iteration, which would be Venus. Okay, okay. I don't think Venus McFlytrap is surviving this game because I wholeheartedly believe she is going to be a killer. I think she is going to be the chapter 3 killer specifically because that chapter always has a person that goes crazy and kills 2 people. And because she is an environmental person, she's a conservationist. I definitely think that in her crazy demeanor or in her own crazy way, she's gonna off 2 people who have been disrespecting nature. So I could definitely see that happening. I could definitely see Rebecca being one of her victims, unfortunately, simply due to the fact that she is robotic and her steam and exhaust could be killing plants. I could also see her definitely killing Jennifer for her fire powers because fire is a huge destroyer of forest and trees and forest fires are a huge thing. So I could definitely see Rebecca and Jennifer being Venus's victims. So you know what? Maybe Ghastly Ghouls' tier will be used because I wholeheartedly think Jennifer and Rebecca are not going to survive, but I can't say without 100%. I like their characters, but again, I don't know if they're meant to survive this game because it's giving very victim energy. It's giving very they're going to be taken out by Venus because I 100% think Venus is going to be a killer. So, next let's talk about Twyla. I think Twyla's going to survive and be the Kyoko Kirigiri of the group. I think she's going to be Frankie's right-hand man kind of person, like Kyoko to Makoto, Chiaki to Hajime, Kaede to Shuichi. You know how everybody had a person to help them sort things out. You know what I mean? And I think Twyla's going to be that person for Frankie. It makes the most sense, honestly. So, I mean, I definitely believe that that's probably what's going to happen. Again, her character was very blank but very mysterious, which is what Twyla is. And when we are in kind of a murder mystery-esque story or game, it is a very interesting concept to see a character be so soft-spoken, be in the shadows, and still not give creepy energy. She gives more quirky, mysterious girl in the corner you want to get to know because she's very alluring. I want to know more about Twyla. I want to learn more about her, and I definitely think she's going to survive the game, and I think we're going to learn about her. Okay, next let's talk about Skelita. I see Skelita also most likely not surviving, unfortunately. I don't like this, but unfortunately, she's just giving generic good person vibes, and anytime a generic good person is introduced in a game like this, they don't live long. They always die by chapter 2 or 3. They never make it past chapter 3. Think Mahiru, think Tenko, where they're just happy-go-lucky girls, and then they wind up just being cannon fodder. That's kind of what Skelita is giving me. That's not to say Skelita isn't cool or isn't interesting, but I just don't think she's going to survive this game. Unfortunately, I hate to say it. Sorry, girl, but I don't think she's living. I definitely think she's not long for this world. Okay. Caddy Noir. you know, I don't think Caddy Noir is surviving this game. I think because she's such a huge pop star in their world, she is either going to be a killer Sayaka Maizono style, or she is going to be a victim of somebody else's bigger plan because they're angry or jealous at Caddy. I don't think Caddy is going to survive the game, unfortunately. I do really like her, but I just don't think that she is surviving, you know? I unfortunately don't think she's going to make it out. Okay. Next, let's talk about Rochelle. And I'm really torn on Rochelle because I do see her possibly surviving, but I also see her possibly not making it out of here because of her talent being a guard. It's in her nature to step into other people's business, and that can get you, killed very easily. I'm middle of the road with her, and so I can't say for certain whether she's going to live or die. It's giving either or type of energy. So, I think Rochelle's going to stay in Clawsome for now because I just don't foresee her surviving. I don't foresee her surviving, and I also don't foresee her surviving. Like, I don't see either or. Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not sure how to feel about Rochelle. She seems like she's going to be a very interesting character. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they do with her. So we have 3 characters left, 2 of them being classmates, 1 of them being the host and mascot. So let's do Bonita. You know what? I'm gonna take a big swing here, and I'm gonna say Bonita Femur is going to survive. And here's why I say this. I think she has such a shy, meek demeanor, and I think she has such a, scaredy cat mentality. And I think that this killing game is going to push her and, shape her into a survivor. And that's what I really hope for her. I hope she, gains a voice, learns to stand up for herself. Maybe this is just my own, analysis that I'm making. But I really think her storyline could go in that direction. So I think she's going to survive. And Kiyomi. I was thinking of Kirumi Tojo, sorry. I think Kirumi is going to go in Fantastic Friends. I think she's definitely going to survive for a hot minute so that we can definitely learn about her past and learn about herself. But because her talent is, unfortunately, a question mark, I don't think that she is going to survive. I'm not sure why I'm getting that feeling, but I definitely think she's going to survive for a while. So that's why I'm putting her in Fantastic Friends, is because her lifeline in this game seems a lot longer than some other monsters that I put behind her, and that makes a lot of sense for me. And last but not least, we have Skullette. I definitely think Skullette's the mastermind. Skullette is not going to make it out of here alive, unfortunately. Whoever the mastermind is, it could definitely be one of these monsters. It could be somebody else not introduced yet. I'm interested to find out. A lot of the talents confused me. But again, a lot of people made meta commentary about their talents, and so I'm hoping that that's going to be involved in the story in a fourth wall breaky kind of way, the same way that Howleen's hair was kind of a fourth wall breaky moment. But yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun playing this demo. Everybody should definitely go check out the Monsteronpa Discord and the Monsteronpa Instagram. Just search up Monsteronpa and you will find their social media. I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I hope that you all give them a little shout out and check them out and follow them and see how they're doing with their progress. Alright guys, that has been Arabella the Supervillain. I'm now signing off. Until next time.